Hello everyone, this is Zhang Chu speaking. I'm going to introduce you about my lab design blueprint. First, we need to know my final year project objectives. The first one is to express and purify the recombinant DNA polymerase PFU-SSO7D. And the second and most important one, to find the optimal buffer formulation for this polymerase in terms of pH value, concentration of ammonia sulfate, potassium chloride, and magnesium sulfate. So in first, we need a general requirement. Before starting our FYP, the laboratory should be able to perform some basic biology experiment. Uh, on a workbench, general experiment apparatus such as pipette tips, Falcon tube, PCR tube, glass wire, and stationaries and other apparatus should be arranged in a organized manner. The above-mentioned items will be the common apparatus that can be found in any of the four rooms in this blueprint. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have solution preparation room, integrated processing room, electrophoresis analysis room, and PCR room. There are two function regions, and between them we have a corridor and exit. At the end of this way, we have safety shower and eye wash. For the hygienic and safety reason, personal protective equipment, for example, the lab coat, gloves, and masks will be kept neat and easily accessible. There will also be this one, I have mentioned that. In my FYP, there are several frequently performed experiments. The first one is the transformation, which is to transform the plasmid with my desired polymerase to a specific E. coli. We call it BL21DE3 by heat shock. In the heat shock, we need some process of heating, so we need the heat bath. But at the end of transformation, we need to perform a plate coating in a LB agar plate and incubate overnight. So in this way, we need a BSC and some shaking incubator. And of course, in the beginning of transformation, the shaking is not necessary. And thus, most of the transformation will be able to complete it in the solution preparation room and this integrated processing room. The next step is the expression and purification. After IPTG induction and incubation for overnight, this time incubator need to be shaken one. My FYP use ammonia sulfate salt fractionation method to purify and the expressed protein, which require frequently and multiple times of centrifugation with different speed, time, and temperature. And we all know that in the centrifugation, we need to balance, and the balance requirement for different centrifugation is not very similar. So this accompanied by a problem that we need a repetitive balancing and mixing. That's also why I always running between the 306 and 302 and 323. So in this blueprint lab, I made a room with many centrifuge and balance and lab sink to take some water to balance. And the next step is the buffer preparation. You know that in my FYP, we have about 12, 20, 20 20 kinds of debuffer and with different formulation for this recombinant PFU SSO7D polymerase. Thus, we require many Falcon tube and also dozens of solution stocks. This process can be performed easily in this room. As for PCR will be the most repetitive experiment in this project. The determination of optimal buffer relies on the productivity of PCR products and also their length, range, and others. Thus, there are three thermocycler in this PCR room to improve our operation efficiency. PCR always comes with the agar-rose gel electrophoresis. So here we have electrophoresis apparatus. And also after we have the gel, we also need to image or snap the gel like here. So we have the gel imaging system. By the way, the spectrophotometer in here is to determine the DNA concentration of the PCR products, or in sometimes when we just extract it, we can extract the DNA in our just to transform the plasmids to verify whether it's have activity or not to ensure our next step can go smoothly. Anyway, this blueprint basically incorporate all the instruments that I have used for my FFP experiment so far, including but not limited to most of the apparatus in 326, the centrifuge in 325, and 323. Balance and water bath in 302, incubation in 301, 307, and 310, and the ultra pure water in 307 and 305. And this is all for my presentation. And for more detail, you can refer to my methodology part and also the checklist, which was modified from our school one. Thank you.